If you're watching this video, this means that you might need some guidance and help for example number 3. So, if we take a look, it says to write an equation of a sine function with an amplitude of 3, so we'll highlight that, a period of 4 pi, a phase shift of right pi over 4, and a midline of 6. So let's automatically start off and fill in our blanks. We know it's going to be a sine function because we were told that. We're going to have to determine our A, our B, our C, and our D value. So if we start out, we know that we can determine our A value from our amplitude. Therefore, I can put 3 in for A. The period is a tool to find our B value. It is not the B value. So we can take 2 pi over B and set it equal to 4 pi to help us find the B value. We know our C value is right pi over 4. So when I substitute that in, it will be negative in the equation. And in this case, they directly give us our midline, which is the D value of 6. So we have our A, our C, and our D already filled in. Now let's solve for our B value. So we take 2 pi over B and set it equal to our period of 4 pi. We can put 4 pi over 1 to simplify a little easier. So we have 2 pi is equal to 4 pi times B. All right, let's go ahead and isolate our B value. So we can divide both sides by 4 pi. We see that this simplifies. And we're left with 2 pi over 4 pi, which simplifies further to be 1/2. So we can go ahead and substitute that into our equation for our B value. And this right here is our equation. Go ahead and pause the video and try example number 4. But while I have you here, I'll go ahead and go through it. So in this case, it asks us to write an equation of a cosine function. So let's go ahead and do our fill-ins. We know that we will need an A value, a B value, a C value, and a D value. So we were told that we have an amplitude of 5, a period of pi, a phase shift, right pi, and a range of -2 to 8. Notice that this is a little different than example 3. It doesn't directly give us our midline. So to start, it told us that we have an amplitude of 5, so we know our A value will equal 5. Let's go ahead and put that in. Our period is a tool to help us solve for our B value, so we're going to be able to do that. Our phase shift tells us our C value, which is right pi, so when I substitute it in, it'll be negative in the equation. Now it told us our range. We can use the range to find our midline, which allows us to find our D value. So we take the 2 and we say our minimum plus our maximum divided by 2. -2 plus 8 is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So we can go ahead and sub that in. Now let's go ahead and solve for B. So we have 2 pi over B is equal to our period of pi. Let's go ahead and put it over 1 and simplify further. We get 2 pi equals pi times B. Let's get that B value by itself. divide by pi, and we get that b is equal to 2. And that's our equation for number 4.